Talking to Bob. Welcome back into the Rowdy Studio. I'm Buzz Cutler, sitting next to Bob Pockrass, who just got back from Daytona, the vacation capital of the world.
It's the vacation capital of the world?
I don't know.
I lived near there for 12 years.
If you like strip clubs, I guess it's a great spot to go.
Beach and neon.
Beach and neon.
Kind of cool.
All right, Bob, let's talk about the takeaways from testing, because it almost felt like when NASCAR said to the guys, you will drive in a pack tomorrow, like they were almost trying to convince them that they could go as fast. See, you don't need the two-car tandem.
Well, that's a little bit, but that's also part of the reason why it's called a test. I mean, it wasn't a race. It wasn't, that's what testing is for. NASCAR wanted to get some data. Obviously they have all the fuel injection stuff now, collects a lot of data. They wanted to get some data. They wanted them to run the pack. They wanted to see how fast they could go. They felt like the drivers wanted to see how fast they could go. So they asked them to do it once on Friday. Then they did it for about 10 laps on Saturday. And after Burton and Junior got together, thanks to a little bit of tap from JPM.
Yeah, it seems so unlike Juan Pablo Montoya.
Then that was it.
Yeah. So obviously, leading up to the Daytona 500, you've got more track time than any other race of the year. So the rules package could change 27 more times before the green flag drops at Daytona. But based on what you saw, what kind of racing do you expect to see? Large pack, tandem draft, combination of the two? What's your best guess?
I expect a combination of the two. I think NASCAR is going to continue to work with the rules to try to get as much of a combination as they can. They want drivers to feel comfortable racing in a pack for as long as they can, while also knowing that the two-car draft is still the fastest way around. And at the end of the race, when you don't have to worry about burning up your motor, you may try it for the last 5, 10, 20 laps.
What was the longest? Was the longest anybody went about 4 laps in the tandem?
4 or 5 laps, but then they switched right away and could go another 4 or 5 laps. So it's more like 10 laps, I would say, 10 to 12. But that was a little bit earlier. Before some of these rules changes came around. So
no two-way communication from car to car didn't really hamper the tandem draft ability?
No, it doesn't. Where that's going to hamper is if you know how you're racing and whether the guy in front is lifting or not to avoid getting into the back of someone or avoid somebody spinning.
So do you think this is, makes everybody happy, the best of both worlds? You got a little bit of pack racing, a little bit of
tandem? Take the plates off and I think everybody's happy, but unfortunately you can't do that. They go way too fast. No, I don't think everybody's happy. I think you want to know what you're going to race, and that part of the unknown is a little bit unsettling. And, I just think a lot of people just don't know what more can you do. Some crew chief said we could stay down here in 3 or 4 more days and test more and more combinations, but at some point NASCAR's going to have to say, hey, this is what we're going to do, and they're going to go out and race the shootout and race the qualifiers and then probably make more decisions.
Did you see any signs of the track weathering, right? Because this will be the 3rd race on this new surface. Did you see any signs that maybe a handling equation was starting to come back?
No.
None?
No, not at all. Not yet.
Because that would really solve the problem, right?
Exactly. And talking to Brad Keselowski, he said, when you get in that big pack, there's going to be a big wreck. And there's going to be more tendency for a big wreck now. And I said, is that because of the rules or because of just the repave? He said, just because of the repave, and it's just so much smoother. So no matter what rules you do, if you're going to have the big pack, it's probably going to contribute to possibly more wrecks than in the past. And that's just because, handling is not an issue right now.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's Bob Pockrass, fresh off the boat from Daytona Beach. I'm Buzz Cutler. Check back throughout the week. We'll have more NASCAR junk.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.